Here's the moment the head of the UN nuclear watchdog came face to face with Iran's atomic energy chief on Sunday.
I'm so happy to see you again.
I'm so happy that you granted me the privilege to see you again.
The emergency talks taking place in Tehran after Iran said UN nuclear inspections will be suspended unless it gets urgent sanctions relief as soon as this week. The meeting yielding mixed results. Iran is holding on to its threat to block the UN inspectors from its nuclear program, but it did agree to keep necessary monitoring for up to 3 months. IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi addressing the media after returning home to Vienna, saying the technical understanding with Tehran buys more time for future political negotiations.
The hope of the IAEA has been to be able to stabilize a situation which was very unstable. And I think this technical understanding does it so that other political consultations at other levels can take place, and most importantly, we can avoid a situation in which we would have been, in practical terms, flying blind.
The nuclear deal is at a critical moment. Reports say Iran is already enriching and stockpiling uranium at levels far beyond what's allowed under the current agreement, and the Iranian leadership is playing hardball.
There has been a dismal failure on the part of the Europeans and the Americans to implement their obligation. The minute they come back to full compliance, we will go back to full compliance.
The renewed tensions come as the US signals it is willing to engage with Iran, but experts say both sides are at odds over who makes the first step.
In the short term, I think that it's a good sign that the Biden administration has made some moves recently to show that it's interested in moving the process forward. But however, the Iranians would think that many of these moves are largely symbolic. What they're looking for and what they want most of all are some signs that the US is prepared to actively lift sanctions such that the Iranians have access to the monies they need. There's unlikely to be movement on that front for now, but what we're looking for right now is whether there will be a meeting between the US, Iran, and the other JCPOA parties as proposed by the Europeans. So that's very much what we're waiting to see.
It's also unclear what role the US's regional allies like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Israel might play when it comes to any future negotiations with Iran. Those partners insisting they must have a seat at the table.